Hi guys, this is Akasha Nicole again, and I would like to talk about shame. It's a good one. So, these are really, really powerful times that we are in, and a few things have come up that have allowed me to see how deep of a role shame has played in my life. And shame and guilt are two very different things. Shame is, I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. Guilt is, oh shit, I made a mistake. That wasn't good. Shame is something that often attaches itself to us when we're very, very young. And carries a heavy, heavy weight, making us doubt our worth, making us afraid of being vulnerable. And oftentimes, shame can lead us into addiction, depression, and lots of stress for sure. So, I would like to encourage us all to, as we're being asked to release, as we are compelled to release that which no longer serves us, as we feel ourselves kind of expanding forward in these new times, you know, shame has come up and it will continue to come up. I mentioned in a previous video, I was talking about how suicide, the topic, has just come up an awful lot over, you know, just the past couple of months. It's not anything that hasn't ever been, but it just seems like there's been a lot of especially younger folks that are deciding, you know, fuck this. They're out of here. It's my understanding that the #1 cause of death for children, I think between the ages of 9 and 12 or 10 and 14, something like that, is suicide. The second cause of death for the next age group of our beautiful, vulnerable youth is suicide. So from like 15 to 18, you know, those are horrifying statistics. And for me personally, I got that call last week. I got that call that, you know, every parent does not want to get. My child was in crisis. And she could not manage her feelings. She could not manage her shame, her feelings of unworthiness. She was absolutely overwhelmed and in big time crisis mode. I'm very, very grateful that she was in a place where the friends that she was with were supportive, did not leave her side, and they called for help. So my beautiful, beautiful girl, who's so brilliant, talented, smart, compassionate, whoa, empathetic, creative, you know, my Cal Berkeley student, you know, my little firecracker, popped And my baby ended up being brought in under a 5150. And she spent a few days in an excellent psych hospital. And thank goodness, thank greatness, she's getting the help that she needs. So I was lucky. She was lucky. And what happened through witnessing her experience, a lot of my own stuff came up. You know, a lot of my, I've become aware recently with shamanic work that, you know, my biggest burden is my own feeling of shame that I've carried around since I was a kid. You know, when I was a kid, I learned how to hide in my closet, you know, and, you know, so it was a very valuable experience, you know, for our whole family. And my beautiful child is making her way through this with help, and that's what I want to encourage you all to do. Get help when you need help. Had she not cried out for help, had they not listened and really recognized that, you know, she really needs some help, who knows if my kid would still be here, you know, less than a week later. So, and my other child, you know, her very best friend, who's only 14, 15 years old, is struggling with constant thoughts of wanting to end her life. So I really, really want to encourage us to take a look at shame, our own sense of self-worth, and are we feeling unworthy? And if you're not feeling good about yourself, you're missing the big picture. You're not seeing who and what you really are. And many of us don't. We're not taught that we're beautiful, divine sparks. We're not taught that we're spiritual beings wearing the clothing of this skin, you know, experiencing this kind of illusion that we're in, that we're all co-creating together. You know, we're usually not taught that we're magnificent and capable and strong and powerful. You know, we're usually taught to be quiet, or if we're a guy, we got to be super strong, can't show our feelings, you know, we have to do and provide and protect and be good fighters. You know, if we're a woman, you know, we have to be nice and kind and compassionate and loving and soft. You know, so if for some reason we don't fit into society's norms, it's normal to feel some shame. It is not healthy. It really should not be normal because it's a lie. But it's a fact. We have a huge epidemic right now. And I'm sure we have for a long time, but even more so of children committing suicide. You know, even grown-ups, even our elderly, you know. And it doesn't have to be like that. So I want you to know that I love you. We may not know each other, but you mean the world to me. We are somehow connected, and how you feel impacts how I feel, and I want you to feel good about you. Whoever said you weren't good enough, They were wrong. Whoever taught you you were a sinner, they were misinformed. I'm here to remind you that you are more than you could possibly ever comprehend or imagine. All of us are. And you are worth everything you've ever dreamed of. You are worth happiness, freedom. You're worth feeling stable and secure. You're worthy of great abundance and unconditional love and acceptance for you just the way you are. I don't care what you've done. You are loved. Loved. Loved by many. Many whom you do not even recognize are all around you. So if you're feeling bad, if you're feeling down, if you're feeling ashamed, like, I'm not good enough, I'm not a good enough parent, I'm not a good enough kid, I'm not smart enough, I'm not stable enough, I don't provide enough, I don't have this, I don't have that, I always run out of money, that's my story, or what have you. I have an addiction, I have this, I'm fat, I'm weak, you know, I'm gay, I'm straight, I'm confused, I'm lost, whatever the tape is, whatever that negative tape is. Press pause, please. Press pause. And every day, every single day for the next 30 days, I want you to commit to yourself that first thing in the morning when you go in your bathroom to brush your teeth, you will look yourself in your eyes. Pick an eye if you can't focus on both. It's usually easier to pick one. Look in your eyes and say, I love you. Self, you say your name. I love you. Christine Nicole, Akasha Nicole. I'm doing my best to learn how to love you. You are worthy. I honor you and your feelings. I love you. I love you. I love you. You are worthy. I honor you and your feelings. And that every day, first thing. Tell yourself you love yourself. It doesn't matter if you don't really love yourself. It takes a lot of inner work to get to the point where you can really say, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. But if you practice looking at yourself, your soul self, you will find in estos dos ojos, in these two eyes, she's there, he's there. Every day, I love you, I love you, I love you. If you need to imagine you're looking at your inner child or your child self, that's fine. Tell yourself you love yourself. Speak your name. Tell yourself you honor, respect, and allow your feelings. And remind yourself that each day it gets better and better and better. And I promise you, by doing this for you every single day until you really get it. Don't stop at 30 days if that's not long enough. Keep it up. Keep it up. Do it twice a day. Do it every 10 minutes if you need to. Every time you're upset, look in your rear view mirror. Go in the bathroom mirror, wherever you are. Say, it's okay. You can do this. I love you. I love you. I love you. You've got this. You've got this. Okay? Don't let anybody take that from you. Because we need you. I need you. I want you here. I want you to want you here. And I want to remind you there's absolutely nothing for you to be ashamed of. You didn't come here to prove yourself to anyone. You don't have to look like the societal norms they're trying to brainwash us into believing that we should be like. You don't have to achieve what your brother or your sister or your dad or anyone else in your family or your best friend achieved. But it is very important that you feel good about yourself. So, if you are struggling with something that is difficult for you to let go of, like with me, I've struggled with addiction my entire life. You name it. Sex, did drugs, alcohol, cigarettes, just gave up cigarettes, tobacco. I'm 50. I started smoking when I was 15. 35 years. Gave it up. I couldn't look myself in the mirror anymore and say, this is who I am. And my beautiful, brave daughter was the inspiration for that. So, if you're struggling with an addiction or a bad habit or something that you just aren't happy about, if you're struggling with deep depression and anxiety, there's so much help out there. If you don't know where to start, shoot me a message and I'll do some research for you. I'll see what I can find, okay? But there are shamans that can help you. There are holistic practitioners that can help you. There are doctors and psychologists and counselors and therapists that can help you. There are those that are excellent with hypnosis and meditation that can help you. And if it gets really bad, please just check yourself into the emergency room, because you will get some help there. I can tell you this, I know. For those that do choose to take their own life, it doesn't end it. They get to come back because they weren't able to walk through that fear. They weren't really learning that lesson that they came in here to learn. And so it doesn't really go away. You might as well try to face it now. And what I want you to also know is you're not alone. There are millions, if not billions, of people that are depressed and anxious. Look at the pharmaceutical industry. They sell more depression and anxiety meds than practically anything else. You're not alone. There are counselors that offer groups. There are psychiatric hospitals that offer groups. You don't have to be an inpatient. You can sign up for a group, and yes, your Medi-Cal or your insurance will cover it. And you'll see that there are so many people just like you. You're not alone. I myself even attempted to kill myself once. I have scars on my wrist because I was in so much pain. I wanted to end my life. That wasn't the first time. It was the last, but it wasn't the first. And had I got my way at that time, I wouldn't be this lucky mother that has the most incredible daughters that I have now. I wouldn't be this amazing sister. I wouldn't be this great daughter that I am. And I wouldn't be this friend to my beautiful, 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 wonderful friends in my incredible tribe. And neither will you if you don't find a way to hang in there, sunshine. And if nobody has told you lately that you're beautiful and you're perfect and loved just the way you are, then hear me now. I love you. I want you here. I want to experience all this wonderfulness with you. It may not seem so great right now, but people like me and people like millions of other souls need you to find your way home. Find your way home. Find your way home. For me, it took a violent, horrific experience in my life 4 years ago for me to wake up. Don't let that happen to you. But since then, I got real serious about taking care of myself and figuring out who I was. I had to rediscover who am I really. And I am still walking through those feelings of inadequacy. I still have moments where I feel so afraid and insecure. I still have times where I feel like I'm not good enough. I don't want to be judged. And then other days I say, well, fuck it. I'm awesome. Screw it. Anybody else thinks this is me and it feels good to be me, but it's not a cakewalk, folks. And it's not, pink clouds and rainbows, right? And for our children, they don't have any of the tools maybe us grown-ups have gathered along the way. So please pay attention to your children. Pay attention to their cries for help. Get them the counseling they need immediately. Get them the support they need immediately. And speaking of support, if anyone would be interested in starting a support group, I would love to be a part of it. I would be willing to facilitate a group at my home. I'd be willing to help be a part of a group online. I am a human being. In process, discovering who and what I really am. And I'm willing to walk this walk with you. And I'll hold your hand, but I won't pull you up the mountain. That's your climb, and you can do it. So please don't give up. Find that little glimmer of hope. Journal. Do that mirror work every day. Every day. The I'm butchering it. The Hawaiian prayer of forgiveness. Ho'opono'o. Oh gosh, I'm saying it wrong. Hoopono, something like that. It goes like this. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Say it to yourself. Say it to the earth. Say it to your children. They don't have to be there. I mean, this is your work. Say it to whoever you feel like you owe an apology to. Say, I'm sorry, person I think I hurt, their name. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. For everyone that you would like to do this exercise with, repeat it for at least 7 days in a row. Okay? It's another very, very, very powerful tool. But start with yourself. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Christine Nicole. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. So, that's me coming to you in love and in light, wishing you the very best, and knowing you will find your divine spark. Aho and namaste.